So with the smoking, we want to show people how to better deal with the cravings by exercising, by talking about their feelings, by being connected with other people. So all of these things are a much better solution for dealing with cravings. And the third thing that I tell people, our third rule that I always tell people in our group is, because they ask me, when am I going to get my shoes? So first off, we try to soft sell it a little bit that, okay, yes, we are going to give you shoes, but hopefully that's not the only reason you're coming. But we say, so it's 2 times in some groups, sometimes it's 3 times, and then you have to give us $1, because that dollar is important that they be able to contribute. Now, if somebody comes up and says, oh, I just don't have any money, okay, fine. Then assign them a chore in the group, like, hey, help me carry the shoes back to my car. Okay, great. Here's your $1. You earned this $1, and now you have to give me the $1 back for the shoes. So that's usually the way I handle that. All right. So the other thing that we talk about a lot with our groups, especially like on the board level, is do all the groups have to do exactly the same thing? No. Each group leader has some freedom in how they want to run things, and in each group, whether it's a community-based group which is open to anybody in the community, or it's a facility-based group like at a treatment center, or like our program at Grafton Corrections. So each group is a little bit different, and we allow some differences there. But the key to all of this is that we have some sort of routine that we're going through. And the basic components that we want to see is some sort of introduction, where we go around a circle, hi, my name is Keith, and not say I'm an alcoholic, right? Because we want to avoid labels. But to just say, my name is Keith. Hi, Keith. Great, move around the circle, just to get some good pro-social stuff going on. Do some form of a warm-up. So we do some different things with dynamic warm-ups. You're free to choose whatever you want to do, but just something simple just to get people used to moving, because even though they may just be walking, they still got to get their body used to doing something that they're not used to doing. And then 20 minutes out, 20 minutes back is kind of our tagline. So if you're walking or running or doing a combination, doesn't matter. You go out 20 minutes and then you come back 20 minutes. So a total of 40 minutes of exercise is what we're looking for, of activity level. Then we come back, we have a snack, we have some drinks, we stretch a little bit, and then we try to give some sort of inspirational talk. I call it a dad talk because I'm a dad. Moms can call it mom talks. You can call it a Bob talk or a Jane talk, whatever you want to call it. But the idea is to just share a little bit of information, a little bit of encouragement, a little bit of knowledge as to why and how exercise works and affects your brain. So those are the basic components that we want to see. So that's the format. I'm kind of jumping around a little bit here, but we also have this new system called Better Impact that we want the mentors to use, and all of you went through it because that's how you get applied. You do your application and then you get approved to be a mentor. But then after that, we want you to use it to sign up for shifts. So we've got, I think last count is 15 groups going on, and they're spread out all over Northeast Ohio. I, as the executive director, need to be able to see that we've got all these groups covered, because everybody's schedule is different, and sometimes things happen. People get sick, or they got to work late, or they just can't make it a week. That's why we really encourage people to use that Better Impact system, because it lets you pick the shifts that you can go to, and then everybody else can see who's coming, and I can see who's coming, and I can look at it, and in my version of the system, I can see when there's a shift that's not covered, and then I need to make sure that somebody's going to be there. So please, please, please use that, and let's work together so that we have at least one mentor at each group. Hopefully we have more than one mentor. So that's the Better Impact system. Pictures. Since we're a nonprofit and we depend almost completely on donations from people and sponsorships and that sort of thing, we need pictures so that people can understand what we're doing. We need to be able to tell the story of this is what we're doing at Running to Be Well. Pictures are a great step towards that. So after every group meeting, I want to see some pictures so that we can post it on Facebook, so that we can use it in our marketing campaigns, so that we can show our sponsors this is the impact that we're having. And the best impact that we can show is to get some testimonials from people. So we take out the camera on our phone and we say, hey, Keith, how do you feel after you run? Or what does Running to Be Well mean to you? Why do you keep coming back? You know, that any sort of question like that, that open-ended question that just gets people talking about what they're doing, not only helps us with the marketing stuff, it helps them to internalize now what they're doing and why it's helping. And the best part of it is that you as a mentor are going to watch these things or read them, because sometimes we can ask people to write them out and then you read them later and you're like, oh my God, this is why I'm doing this. And people are shy and they might not want to, you know, be on camera, so they might want to write it out instead, and they might not be very vocal in a group. But then when you read what people are saying about how this impacts their lives, it will motivate you as a mentor to keep coming back. Please go to our website and go to the section that says testimonies, or participant stories, I think is the label I used, and read some of those things. Man, they are powerful statements about what we're doing and the impact that we're having. So please try to get those pictures and some videos, get some action shots of people doing things, and get some testimonies, and let's use all that to encourage everybody on every level. Also, I really encourage people to share what we're doing on social media, because when you share it organically, it helps it get out. You know how Facebook works and Instagram and all that works, and it really helps to get it coming from you and not just from me or whoever is doing our group posts. So please post some things. I also need to keep track of attendance at each meeting. So I need to know how many people came out, how many people got shoes, because we track all this. Last year we gave out 608 pairs of shoes. We've already given out almost 250 this year in 2024, and our attendance is way up. And all of that helps us drive our fundraising. It helps us understand where we need to get more mentors, where we need to raise more money, where we need to get more shoes, and all of that. Jumping back to the shoes, we have little carrying cases. Some of you have seen them, some of you haven't yet, that have all the different sizes of shoes. When you're ready to start taking over a group, I can supply you with those, and we'll just have to keep rotating in some different shoes. Out of my barn, I got like 1,000 pairs of shoes, and we're constantly getting more in. So we'll get that supply chain going. Same way with like snacks and water and all of that. Just let us know what you need. If you need to just go buy something, just send us a receipt, and of course we will reimburse you. So that's a lot of the details of how this all works. I'm sure you have other questions. Please reach out to me at runningtobewell@gmail.com. Give me a call. You've got my phone number at this point. I don't want to put it on the video. But let's just keep this thing going and keep it growing, because we are impacting people's lives in ways that many of the treatment programs can't do, with all of their letters after their names and the programming that they do. I hear constantly from participants is like, man, this is the most meaningful part of my recovery, is coming out and doing this and talking with you guys and learning how to take better care of myself physically and mentally and emotionally. So we are doing important work, and we just need to get better at it. And I just need to thank you over and over again for helping us out. So, thank you again, and reach out if you have any questions. GoPro, stop recording.